Under John Moore's ownership, the Padres made it to the World Series in 1998. The team got a new downtown ballpark in 2004. Now Morris has agreed to sell the team for $800 million. That's 10 times what he paid for the ball club in 1994. Andrew Keatts of the Daily Transcript joins me with details of the proposed deal and its potential impact on the city. Thank you for being here, Andrew. $800 million. Is that a fair price? Is it outrageous?
Well, that's the number that's getting a lot of play right now. The thing to remember is that $200 million of that money comes from the $1.2 billion deal that the Padres inked with Fox Sports San Diego a few months ago. So that money's not coming from the new ownership group. Now, that doesn't make any difference to John Morris, who gets to pocket the money no matter where it's coming from, but the sales price as far as the new owners are concerned is really going to be considered about $600 million.
Only $600
million.
How does it compare to, let's say, like the LA Dodgers franchise or other franchises?
Sure. So the Dodgers sold last year for $2 billion. Now, that is, they're in a much larger market. They're a much more historically important team. So that's not going to be where the Padres are. But it does compare. Just 3 years ago, the Padres had agreed to be sold to Jeff Morad for $500 million. Now, so $500 million to $600 million is a little bit closer. If it's $800 million, then you're looking at a $300 million increase in just 3 years, and 3 years that weren't especially successful for the Padres.
Tell us about the new owners. Who are they, and will the price that they're paying for this club impact ticket prices?
Sure. So it's the O'Malley family, who used to be owners of the Dodgers. They sold that team in 1998 to Rupert Murdoch. And along with the O'Malley family, it also includes Phil Mickelson, San Diego's famous golfer, as well as Ron Fowler, whose company Liquid Investments was actually part of the minority ownership group previously, and now he'll move into a more important role with the primary owners.
No, there's a stalled broadcast deal so that about 40% of folks in the county, there's blackout dates on these Padre games. Will this sale impact that at all or change that at all?
There's no reason to believe it definitely will, but there is reason to suspect that the new ownership will want to engender itself well to the fans and will have some reason to put more pressure on the negotiations and get involved between Fox Sports San Diego and Time Warner and say, we want to bring this product. We want to be able to be considered very fan-friendly in our new ownership. So it doesn't definitely relate, but you could have reason to be optimistic.
Tell us about the Media Online subsidiary and the app. That was very interesting. So there's some new ways to watch Padre games.
Sure. So there's all kinds of traditional revenue streams for baseball teams: ticket sales, parking, concessions, merchandise. But there's also these really new and interesting ways that teams are making money and that play into their valuations when they come up to be sold. One of them is called MLBAM. It's Major League Baseball's advanced media division. So that includes all 30 team websites, the ticket sales that run through those websites, as well as the iPhone app and the iPad app, which allow people to stream out-of-market games right on their phone or right on their iPad or on their computer. And so they have 2.2 million subscribers who pay up to $120 million or up to $120 a year for each of those subscriptions.
So it's a revenue generator as well. It's not just that fans can watch.
Yeah,
it's making money.
It's already right now making over $600 million in revenue, which goes to each of the 30 teams evenly. And according to one expert, they said that it might be worth as much as $6 billion, which, if you split up among the 30 owners, would be $200 million per team.
Let's come back to San Diego and ticket prices. There are so many other things to do in our wonderful city. It's sunny, there's sailing, cycling, you name it, we can do it. Does that impact the price of selling a franchise like this? Does it impact ticket prices? Sure,
it certainly impacts ticket prices because you can only sell as tickets for whatever prices demand dictates, and demand is going to be affected by all the other things that people can do in the area. So some people have said that might be why the Padres don't have as robust an attendance figure as other teams. But the reality is, when the Padres win, people come out to the ballpark, and that's not entirely different than every other team in baseball. There are some teams that do really well when they're losing, but for the most part, teams and their attendance are based on how well they're doing.
Okay, we'll be following this closely. I'm sure you will too. Andrew Keatts of the Daily Transcript, thanks so much for being here.
Thanks, Peggy.